Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Leicester Fan TV for today's Thursday night Fanzone Show. My name's Lox, and as always, I'll be joined by Josh, aka Sportser. Once again, no transfers in to talk about. We'll have Chilwell to talk about, obviously. But yeah, get your comments in, get your views in, and we'll see what everyone's saying for the next half an hour. So once again, welcome to Leicester Fan TV for today's Thursday night Fanzone Show. Right, let's see who's joined so far. Thanks to all of you. I can see there's quite a load of you in today, so thanks all for joining. We'll get on to the topic shortly. We'll see who's in. So Matty's here. Hi, Matty. Thanks for joining. Martin says, have we signed anyone yet? Well, I mean, the answer's no, but we will talk about it. Ben says Leicester need to sign someone. Yes, they do. Thanks for joining, Ben. Leo's here. Evening, Leo. Same to Andrew. Thanks for joining, Andrew. Ivan, says, have we got someone? Can't wait to see. Yeah, well, I wouldn't hold your breath there, Ivan. Aki says hi. Thanks for joining, Aki. We've got a Facebook user here. Good evening. Thank you for joining and watching. Daz says hello. Ross says hello. Lockie, love the maroon kit. We'll get onto the kit soon. Who else is here? Alan's here. Evening, guys. Thanks for joining and watching so far, Alan. And then Matthew is also here. All right, Matthew. Thanks for watching. So let's bring in Josh. Hi, Josh. You all right?
Yeah, good luck. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Before we talk Leicester, which is what we're all here for, I've seen a comment already from Imtiaz. I don't know if this is true. He says Messi has said he wants to join Man City. Is this true?
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Apparently, it's just happened,
Wow.
which I know he's not. I know it's nothing to do with Leicester, guys, but still, it's it is big. It's big in football. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Leicester. We'll find out later on if that's true. So, hi, evening, Mike. Thanks for joining, and Baz as well. So, so Josh, well, we're 24 hours on from Chilwell. You know, the news of Chilwell being announced. Chilwell is sold. He's off to Well, he's at Chelsea. What are your thoughts? What are your initial thoughts with this? You know, if we're talking 45 or 50 million. You know, we've spoken about Chilwell for weeks, but you know, and it wasn't confirmed. So now that it's confirmed and all concrete, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, of course, it was definitely going to happen. I think it's just a matter of time. But obviously, it's disappointing to lose Chilwell. He's been at Leicester for ages now, but it was always going to happen. And fair play to I've got a bad hair day today, but yeah, fair play to him to get the Chelsea. He's going to be on about 190 grand a week. So yeah, I'm disappointed to see him go. Obviously, he hasn't performed the most of the season, the best of the season, but he still is a good left back. So it's disappointing to see him go. But now I think we have to sign a left back replacement.
Yeah, guys, get your thoughts in on that. Get your comments in on Chilwell. Obviously, me and Phil and Tom did a quick show yesterday about Chilwell just as it was announced. So I saw some of your comments, but get some more in and let us know what you think. Let's see a couple of the people who have joined. Tom, Leicester Fan TV's Tom. Hi, mate. Thanks for watching. Imtiaz just clearing it up for me. Yeah, it was announced on Sky Sports News transfer show at 7. Well, we need a transfer. They need to talk about Leicester. Bringing someone in. Baz, let's get some thoughts on them. So Baz says, great deal for us. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, Josh. Obviously, Chilwell, you know, he's been a scapegoat. He's not been our best performer, but you know, at all. So, but he will turn into a great left back, won't he? I mean, you know, we can say for the player that we had, 50 million is great money, right? But he's going to be worth more than that in the future, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, he's only young. He's in the England squad. He's gonna progress, especially now he's going to be in the Champions League with Chelsea. He's going to keep on improving. So yeah, I can see Chilwell being up there top 5 left backs in the next couple of years, or maybe he is now. So yeah, he's definitely going to get better. And I think if Chelsea want to move him on, he's going to be a lot more than that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Joshua here has said Chilwell for 50 mil is good for us, but could be a problem if we don't get a replacement, which is true, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Obviously, he's for what we had at the club. he's a good player. But if we don't sign a replacement, then it was a really bad decision selling him. So, we've been focused mainly, it appears, in the transfer news and rumours that we're after a left back, whether it's Tagliafico, Jamal Lewis, someone said Marcos Alonso, whoever. I think we're linked with another one, right, as well. I'm sure I've seen. Do you know who that was?
I think, is it that guy from Atalanta? I think it is.
Yes, whatever his name is. Yeah, worse than Tagliafico. Yeah, I've mastered Tagliafico. I've mastered it. I can now say it. So thank you all for helping me get there. I can now pronounce Tagliafico. Lydia says, "Hi, Josh." Must be a fan from Josh's YouTube channel. Let's see. So someone said Chile showed a lack of respect with the statement at Chelsea. He can go do one in my eyes. I mean, he released 2 statements. He released his first statement, obviously saying about how he was looking forward to signing or starting with Chelsea, and then he released the second one thanking everyone at Leicester. So I can see why some people will be annoyed, but I think in terms of statements go, he did fine. Alan says Chilwell was okay against average players. Against Man City and Liverpool at Xmas, he was like a hologram. Yeah, but to be fair, the majority of our team were, Alan. It's Man City and Liverpool, but yeah, we'll have to see how he gets on. I'm sure, as much of us hate to, admit it, we will be watching him next season at Chelsea and seeing how he does. Reece says, "Evening peeps, need a left back, someone youngish with experience and quality. We have to replace him, don't we?" Kieran says, "What left back do you think we'll get?" We've been linked with a few players. I ask this every week, Josh. Because it's all we can do when we haven't signed anyone. Who's your go-to for left back at the minute?
It has to be Tagliafico from Ajax. He's just got so much more. He's just got the experience, and I think he's the best one out of the bunch. I mean, I would definitely take Jamal Lewis from Norwich. I think that Gozens guy from Atalanta will be a good purchase. But overall, I think Tagliafico is going to be the best one for us.
Yeah, I agree. Gray has put a comment here. I'll get to your comment in a moment, Gray. It's quite a big one. So what else have we got here? So Ross has said, just to go off topic, remember when Chris Sutton said Celtic reserves were bigger than Leicester? Yeah, be good to play them. They're going to go in the Europa League now, right? Because they got knocked out of the qualify. Yeah, so we'll have to see. Facebook user says we need at least 4 signings. Well, I would agree with you there, but it's not going to happen now, I don't think. Reece said he didn't show a lack of respect. He's moved to a bigger club who's realistically are going to win more trophies than us. I mean, if we're being honest, Reece, you're right. But yeah, I mean, you see other players. We'll get onto this. But we've seen other players commit their future to the club. So Chilwell, I suppose, could have done it, but we'll have to see. Gray says Tagliafico. So yeah, he agrees with me and you, Josh. Hassan says Patrick Van Aanholt would be good for us. Well, he used to play for us.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Was that a loan, or I think it was a loan, was it? No.
I'm not too sure. He definitely played. So
he played for us, yeah, definitely. Let's see. So there's a comment here. Andrew says Luke Thomas is good enough to fill Chilwell's boots. Academy player for an academy player. I mean, he's going to be. If he carries on how he is, he's going to be good enough. But do you really want to shove him in like right now? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's ready. Is he 19? So 18?
Yeah, he's young, isn't he? So,
or 17. He could even be 17. I can't remember.
I think it's like the same with Chilwell. I think obviously Chilwell came in at a young age and he impressed early on, and then he kind of went off. So I think Luke Thomas could do something similar. So I think I have to get someone a bit more experienced.
Yeah, I mean, Mark said here, just play Fuchs, more simple solution. Do you think that would be a good choice or not?
I don't know. Yeah, potentially. I don't know. Obviously, Fuchs is getting a bit older now. He's probably better defensively than Chilwell, but with how Leicester play, I think we need someone who can attack a bit better. But it's going to be. We haven't seen Christian Fuchs play for a long time, so yeah, it's a difficult one. But I think we have to replace Chilwell. Yeah,
I agree. So Craig says Leicester City are the only Premier League team to not have recruited anyone yet. Is that true?
So I don't think Man United have they?
No, I think it's also Man United, unless you class in. No, it probably is. Yeah, it's probably. Apart from people coming back from loan, I suppose. Yeah. Daz says Thomas is 19. So yeah, thanks for clearing that up, Daz. 19 years old. A couple of comments saying Luke Shaw, not Lake Shaw, Luke Shaw. So yeah, we'll. I mean, we haven't been linked with him, I don't think. A couple of people are saying it. So, but would it be Would it be a good signing? At the minute, I would say yes. It just depends on what we've got lined up. I would probably rather Tagliafico, but if Luke Shaw's all that go in, then fair enough. Reese said, yes, loan for Van Aanholt from Chelsea. He's an aging player. We want someone younger. We do, Reese, but Tagliafico is 27. So, I mean, obviously, it's 27. He's not old. You know what I mean? He's still got a good 5-6 years left in him. But
definitely.
So I'm not sure. But Rob Baz says Luke Thomas, tremendous prospect, but not quite ready for full season year. I think we both agree with you there, Baz. Hit the nail on the head there. And then final comment on the left back situation. Tom says, so at the moment we only have Luke Thomas fit for the opening day of the season away at West Brom. Yeah, so Fuchs is still injured, yeah. So Tom smashed it there. Really, we need a left back. Luke Thomas. Just think if he, I know it's a long shot, but if he did get injured in the first half, then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Unless you're pulling all Brighton out, or we're getting into that messy territory. So we're going to move on from left back now. I think that's pretty much the end of the comments there. Anyway, Reese has just put, is Fuchs really better defensively though after Bournemouth game? I think not. I would say he's better defensively than Chilwell.
You could say Chilwell had a bad game against Man City, couldn't you? So
yeah, he's better defensively than Chilwell, right? We can agree on that, surely. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Right, so let's move on from Chilwell and the left back position, and let's move on to the elephant in the room. That's not me. It is this. Are you worried by a lack of transfer activity? We've already seen the comments. We've seen it on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Let's just start with you, Josh. What about you? How worried are you?
Yeah. It's a difficult one. Obviously, there's actually still quite a long period left of the transfer window. It's going into the season. I think we've got about 40 days left. So if it gets down to 30, I think I'll be really, really concerned. But I am slightly concerned. I think it's best to bring the players in before the season starts. And if you don't sign anyone in the next week or so, I mean, what's going on? So, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it comes in. Things are starting to come through with contracts and Chilwell going. So hopefully the next step is someone who's not going to come in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we thought that when Chilwell would go, it would then release the funds, and we would see a signing. Personally, I thought we would announce someone pretty quickly after Chilwell go in to maybe give the fans a bit of a boost. I suppose on the same day we had the Vardy news, which we'll get onto in a moment. But yeah, I would expect us to sign someone. I mean, we've said this every week, Josh. I expected to have signed a player by our next show. Next Thursday, right? Surely. But if not, I think we'll be sat here in a bit of a bad mood next week. Let's see what some people are saying. Pete. Hello, Pete. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. So Paul says yes. So, he's worried. I think we're going to get a few yeses here. Matty says, who wouldn't be worried? Brendan Rodgers is under pressure now. I would agree. I mean, if he has a bad start to the season, do you worry for him, Josh?
Yeah, I do actually, because I think about the first 6 games are fairly easy, and if we don't pick up at least 2 to 3 wins from that, it's going to be under pressure. So yeah, definitely.
We've got a big comment here from Jack. Pereira missing start of the season, as is Fuchs with injuries. JJ on right, Luke Thomas not ready. Severe lack of quality and depth on the wings, and also a centre back down unless we promote Josh Knight. Benkovic will play more this season. Need 5 or 6 players in this summer, which we do. But I can say right now, we ain't getting 5 or 6 players, which is a shame. At the start of the window, we were all hoping for that, right, Josh? But it's not going to happen now, is it?
No, I can't see it, to be honest. I think you just don't see clubs going like buying 4 players in 1 week, really, do you? So no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Daz says here we should already know. Got wait until deadline day. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we are waiting until deadline day. I think we'll sign a left back before then, but we could be waiting until deadline day for maybe I don't know. We'll get on to other positions soon, but yeah. Matthew says, are our owners really suffering financially from the pandemic? I mean, I think they are. They're I think they're a lot down a lot in money. You know what I mean? In terms of profit, what they would normally make in a year. Obviously they're a duty-free company, and then they rely on the travel industry, and they've not had it over the past 6-7 months, so that is going to affect things. Let's see what other people are saying. Andy says, has Brendan been given any funds to sign players? Well, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, I would say if Brendan Rodgers, I would say if it was completely down to him, he would have signed someone by now. I think it's more than him. I think it's going to be, in the background, Josh. There's that. Obviously, we've got Rudkin. We've got who's the Congerton? Is he the recruitment guy? Is he or?
I think so. I think it's with Brendan Rodgers, only. So I think it's him. Pretty sure.
Yeah. David says money being spent on training grant and possible extension of the stadium. Yeah, I mean, but if we go in,
just got 50 mil from Chilwell, so
yes, exactly. The training ground was spent on it was paid for on a loan, which King Power are paying back. I know that, so that the Chilwell money shouldn't go towards that. The Chilwell money, I would imagine, goes right on players. Is 50 million going to be enough? I don't think it is. Honestly, I don't think it is. So, Craig says we've been selling players last few years and not really replacing them. Well, yeah, I don't think we needed to replace Maguire because they clearly knew what Soyuncu had, and we were all over the moon with how he's been this season. Let's get onto this now, Josh. Do we need a centre back, or do you think we're okay? Because obviously we've got Benkovic, we've got Morgan. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I think if Johnny Evans wasn't suspended for the first 3 games, I would be pretty sure that we don't need one. But because of that, I'm slightly in the middle. I think Josh Knight had a good game against Birmingham, but I don't think he's ready just yet. But overall, I think Benkovic, I think he'll be the one starting. But yeah, I'm a bit in the middle. Maybe by January, I think we could need one.
Yeah, I mean, Ivan has said here, I think we should sign left back and defensive midfielder.
I think so. Yeah.
Don't know. Also call Islam back from Monaco. Yeah, we've debated this loads of times, Josh. I mean, you know what I'm starting to think with these lack of signings. Are they planning on keeping these players? Are they planning on keeping Adrian Silva? Are they planning on keeping Islam Samani? I'm not going to say Ghazal because is he? Oh no, is he gone? No, he's still here, right?
I don't know. I think he is.
Someone tell us where Rashid Ghazal is. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, would we keep Slimani with the lack of signings? I would say just keep him because you never know when we're going to need him. I know George Hurst will probably come in front of him, and Slimani might want to move. But in this current situation we're in, I'm not too sure. Reese says our owners aren't skint. Leuven has spent 38 million this summer, and we've brought the women's team. Clearly, is that true? Leuven have spent 38 million this summer.
Wow.
Someone tell me if that's true. If it is, then that changes things, I suppose. At this rate, City will be another Southampton. Fingers crossed, Paul. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Matthew says Slimani plus Silva, get them back. Yeah, this is it, Matthew. We were talking at the start of the window about Slimani and Silva leaving, but I think now we're going to have to keep them. Andy disagrees. Slimani will never play for Leicester again. We'll have to see. And then finally on the transfer activity, let's find a good comment to end on. Let's go with this. Baz says centre back, striker, left back, and a winger. What do you think, Josh? Do you agree? How many of them do you agree with? Which positions should we strengthen in?
For me, I'll go left back and 100% a winger. So yeah, like I said, I'm in the middle on the centre back.
Yeah, if I'm honest, if we did keep Slimani, I think Vardy, Perez, Hurst, I think that'll be okay. Next season we'll definitely need a striker to eventually take over Vardy, but yeah, the winger, 100%. I would agree with that. 100%. We need a winger. Perez, if he's coming off the bench next season as a striker, don't think that's a bad shout. He's better in the middle. We all know that. Yeah. So yeah, let's move on now to what am I going to move on to now? Let's have a look. So the next thing we want to talk about is the kits. We've seen the new blue kit for the last few weeks, and now on yesterday we had the brand new white and maroon away kits released to us. We'll start with you, Josh. Out of the two white and the white and maroon, which is your favourite?
I'll probably say the white one, to be honest, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally love the maroon. Now, it's going to be an unpopular opinion because there's a lot of
Yeah.
people who've been saying they're
true.
not a fan of it because of your Villas and your Burnley, whoever. But
Yeah.
I absolutely love the kit and I think it's gorgeous. I would say it's probably, in my opinion, on par with the pink. People will disagree,
Ooh.
but yeah,
Yeah.
unpopular opinion there. But
No,
I do love
I
it.
don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, guys, get your comments in on the kits. What are your thoughts? Let's have a look. Oh, they're flying
A
in.
lot of
So,
positive.
Freddie says the maroon one is class. Josh, will you be? So you think you'll get the white one first over the maroon? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't mind the maroon one, but if I had to pick one, I'd probably say the white one.
Yeah. Gray says maroon. Baz says maroon terrible, but white okay. I don't like the gold on one side and the blue on the
Yeah, that's the
other.
only
That's
thing.
what's throwing me. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's annoying me with it. I don't think I'm going to get it. Well, I said that about the home one, to be fair, but yeah, I don't know. I think I prefer the maroon one. Dad says prefer white. Oh, bloody hell, comments are flying in. Matthew says maroon. David says maroon. Reese says maroon. Andy says maroon. Alan says maroon. Joshua says, I personally like both Leicester away kits. Adrian says maroon looks like Villa. Yeah, that's the debate. But we had a red kit not long ago. And, well, we've had red kits for years, to be fair. And that's Forest. So you can't really complain. Let's see. People that still comment in. Matty says maroon. And Samuel says the maroon kit does bang. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah. We've got a comment here. Oh, I've just gone past it. Just back to the positions. Me, winger. Yeah, winger. BT winger and striker. So yeah, maybe not the striker yet. I mean, look, we'll help. Obviously, we'll take it. We'll take anything at the minute. We'll take a goalkeeper. But yeah, let's move on to a new player which we've been linked with. I didn't even realise until Phil had posted it earlier on today. Callum McGregor. Did you even see this come up?
None. I've literally, you mentioned it before we started. I literally just looked on my phone at Wikipedia of him, and yeah, he plays for Celtic. That's basically all I know.
Yeah, we've been linked with him. We've been linked with him a couple of years, to be fair, a couple of times over the last few years. I don't really know why it's come up now. I mean, I think if there's one position we don't need to strengthen on is the midfield. Personally, I don't know. Do you disagree, Josh? Or
Yeah, no, I agree. We got even Dewsbury Hall's a good midfielder. We saw him had a good game the other day. So,
yeah,
no.
yeah, exactly. I mean, he's we've got Tillemans and Didi, Chowdhury, Maddison, maybe still Pratt. I hope we don't sell him, by the way. I really hope we don't. But yeah, Pratt, Dewsbury Hall, Mendy, potentially still Adrian Silva. So I think that's the last person we need to sign, if I'm honest. Let's see. I'm sure there's a couple comments flying in. Adrian says Conor McGregor would be better. Yeah, a bit of fight in the team with him. Baz says rumoured for a while. I've seen it over the past couple of years, to be fair, Baz, but it's never gone ahead. Gray says, nah, no Callum. So yeah, a lot of people are not agreeing with this. Hitesh says cover for Maddison, but Tielemans can play there. Perez can play there. Yeah, I don't think we need him, if I'm honest. Craig says McGregor championship at best. Chris Sutton will be crying at these comments. Andy does make a good point. 60 plus games this year. Yes, Andy, but we have got a lot of midfielders, and I would say majority of them are better than, from what I've seen anyway, of Callum McGregor. I don't watch him every week, so I can't tell you that. But yeah, Freddie says Pratt needs more of a chance this season as well, which I think a lot of us agree with. And there was one more comment here. Let's have a look. Here we go. So Freddie says, to be fair, Celtic links with Brendan, but too many midfielders. Yeah, so I take Edward, whatever his name is. Yeah, I know we said that we don't want a striker, but I take him, and I think he's just got injured. Is it Aya, the centre back, the Danish, or I think he's Danish or Swedish. Yeah, Danish centre back. He looks a good talent, but I take either of them. I don't know if I take any others in the Celtic squad. Yeah, Daz says Edward. And Matthew Bond says a good comment here. What the hell has Pratt done wrong? Being good, what we've seen of him. 100%. I would be fuming if we sold him. I would not.
I don't get why.
Especially in the situation we're in with the lack of signings. So, Reese has listed them here for me. So, Tillemans, Pratt, Ndidi, Maddison, Mendy, Chowdhury, Dewsbury Hall, Amati, Silva. We definitely need a centre mid. Yeah, so we definitely don't really need to dwell on Callum McGregor. It is Callum McGregor, isn't it? I keep thinking Conor McGregor now. So let's move on briefly to the great news the other night. Yesterday, sorry. Vardy until 2023. So Vardy's new contract, I'm sure he got an extra 10 or 20 grand a week in it. That takes him until the age of 36. He'll probably retire at Leicester unless he goes to Sheffield Wednesday for a season or something. I'm sure he'll be doing his badges and stuff as well if that's what he wants over the next couple of years. So I think, I don't think I saw people complaining about Vardy signing a contract, but I don't think anyone can moan. I would say the best player Leicester City have ever had in terms of kind of loyalty when he could have left and Premier League and all of that. So and let's move on as well to Maddison new contract. How important do you think this is, Josh, especially after his mate Chilwell left? I mean, I think it shows, it gives the club a boost. It gives the players in the squad a boost as well. It could have been easy for Maddison to hand in a transfer request because I'm pretty sure any club would have gone for him. So how important do you think it is that contract signing?
Yeah, no, it's massive. I think James Maddison's going to be a big part in the future at Leicester, and I think it shows great commitment as well. Like you said, James Maddison could have easily gone to Manchester United if he handed in the transfer request. Loads of big Premier League clubs or international clubs would be just coming up for James Maddison. So to be able to sign a new deal, it's absolutely massive for Leicester. I think it gives a massive boost to everyone, the players as well and the fans as well. So it feels like a sign to me. But no, I'm very happy with him to sign.
Yeah, I mean, Gray says, good sign, Maddison, but he needs to up his game. Yeah, I mean, the whole club were off it at the end of the season, so hopefully the whole team can come back with a bang in a couple of weeks' time. That's all it is, a couple of weeks. I think 2 weeks on Saturday, me and Josh worked out. So obviously, at least I was saying, Josh, at least when the season's back, we'll have something to talk about other than transfer rumours. Ivan says Maddison is very important for us in Europe. Yeah, he'll want to show his worth as well. I would worry for us next summer if we don't get European football. I would worry that he's definitely going to leave along with other players like Ricardo Pereira, possibly even Ndidi. We'll have to see. But I'm worried. That's my main worry this season. I don't think we're going to have a season as good as last season. And I think we might struggle to keep players at the end of it. But anyway, that's me just being a Debbie Downer. Let's have a look. Martin says, hopefully announcement soon. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a signing soon. And Dad says, wouldn't mind if club gave 3 years to Vardy. He's shown loyalty and all he's done for us, so he deserves all he can get. Yeah, I mean, was Vardy's contract meant to end next season? Or is it like a 1 year extension?
I think it's that. I think it is, yeah.
So 1 year extension and a bit of a pay rise. So that's fine. Let's have a look. So Flip says shouldn't have sold Chilwell for that price. Well, that's a debate. We'll have to have another time, Flip. I think it's good money for how he was with us, to be fair. But yeah, we would have got more if we were in the Champions League. Would he have even left? If in the Champions League, I would say he probably still would have, but yeah, I think we would have got it would have had another 20 million onto it, surely, wouldn't it, Josh?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Joshua says Ricardo is back training. That's great news. I don't think he's going to be fit for the start of the season, but when he is back fit, it will be a massive boost. Reese says, who realistically is going to go for Maddison, though? I can only see Liverpool or Spurs. United, Fernandes, City, Foden, Chelsea, Mount. Yeah, Reese, no, I disagree with you there. I think any club would go for Maddison. I think Man United would sign him in a heartbeat. I think Man United would, Man City would in a heartbeat. I think Chelsea would sign him in a heartbeat. Arsenal, like you said, Liverpool, Spurs. I think any club, really, if I'm honest. Do you agree, Josh?
Yeah, I can slightly get where you're coming from with the Man U one, but no, I think he would go anywhere, really.
Yeah, I think it's obviously Reese is referring to the players they've already got. But that's not stopped clubs in the past, especially your Man Cities.
Yeah,
I mean, Man City had Bernardo's. Oh, I don't know which players they had at the time, but they didn't need Mahrez, did they? And they still went out and got him.
Probably Messi as well now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll have to see on that. That will be ridiculous. Mahrez will be coming back, I reckon. Baz says Brooks is as a wide man, Ollie Watkins up front, Ben White for centre back, and Jamal Lewis for left back. If we could sign all them four, I would be buzzing.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's have a look. Ivan says, what about goalkeeper to sign? What do you think, Josh? Do you think we need a goalkeeper?
Nah, I don't think we do. No.
Reese says, really Lox, even with the other players in the squad. 100. Yeah, I'll have to disagree with you on this, Reese. I think any player in the top 6 would. I'm not saying he's a starter for every club. I'm not saying that. But I think every club would have him. I think Man City would love to have Mahrez come off the bench for them. Like they had Mahrez at some time. So, yeah, I think he would go. Matthew says Mahrez is our only creative player. Class. Yeah, I mean he's the best creative player. There's a couple others lying around, but they're not doing much. And let's see. So, let's get your thoughts on this, Josh. Jack says, need a more creative Mahrez type winger. Never replaced him. What are your thoughts on this winger situation? We've spoke about your Ben Rama, your Brooks, your Dwight McNeil's, your Trincows. Who has your opinion changed? I think you said, did you say Ben Rama at first?
Yeah, I said Ben Rama. Recently, that Ikone from Lille's been linked, and he's been compared to Riyad Mahrez. Obviously, he's coming from the French league as well, so slight similarities there. But with the Riyad Mahrez thing, I think we could do. I don't think we need someone as tricky as Mahrez. I think we need someone who could really take a man on, who's got more like type of speed. Obviously, Mahrez can take a man on, but it's more like close control. If you get what I mean. But I think we need someone who can really run at someone, take him on just simply with speed, and that cause a lot of problems going forward for other teams.
Yep. And then the last thing I want to ask everyone tonight, I'll start with you, Josh. It's pretty much going over what we've already spoke about, but we were fighting for top 4 with Man United and Chelsea. I don't think Man United need to strengthen massively anyway. But one club that have is Chelsea. Chelsea have spent £128 million this summer. Leicester City have spent £0. Do you think... What do you think that shows, Josh? I mean, do you think it's just, the market or the lack of funds, or do you think it could be lack of ambition? What do you think?
I think it could be a bit of both, to be honest. I don't think maybe lack of ambition. I don't know really. It doesn't really. Obviously, Leicester may be struggling financially, but we just got 50 million for Ben Chilwell, so it doesn't really add up for me. I think obviously Chelsea have got the funds from their owner, the Russian Roman Abramovich. So yeah, it's really tough to pinpoint one bit. So I think I'll probably go with a mix of both in there, but it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, guys, get your thoughts in of it on this. Obviously, what do you think it is? Do you think it's just waiting for the right player? Do you think that it? Hitesh has said here Chelsea spent 0 in the last 2 windows, but I mean, we didn't push the boat out, really, did we? We haven't spent. I mean, I suppose Tielemans was 40 million, but you know what I mean. So yeah, guys, get your thoughts in. What do you think it is? Do you think it's waiting for the right player, lack of funds, lack of ambition? I can see someone already. Imran said lack of ambition. We don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, do we, Josh? But I mean, I think it is. We're desperate now, right? I mean, Ross has said, hope we don't panic buy. Do you think we might in the end, or do you think we're going to be all right, Josh?
I think, you know what, I'm going to be positive. I think we will be all right. I think we are waiting for the right player. I think one player comes in, it will just set the others off. So, no, I'm going to be positive, and I think I think Leicester will be all right in the end.
Yeah. Baz says Chelsea showing where they want to be, and we haven't, which is completely true. It kind of annoys me sometimes. I mean, look, in the post-match interviews of Rodgers, and in the past, more in the past, Puel as well, but especially with Rodgers, I think it was after the United game or maybe after the Bournemouth game, he was saying about how we haven't got the squad, we haven't got the quality in our squad to compete with these clubs. But change it then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do something.
Do something about it. I don't want to rant because it's you know there's no need to do it until the end of the window when we actually know where we are. But yeah, I think when you see Rodgers coming out and saying that we haven't got the quality in the squad to compete for Champions League, then we have to do something about it. I just hope it's not another situation like when we won the league where we just didn't build on it. You know, we're in Europe now. If we don't build on it, then we could go another 3 or 4 years without European football, and we're not going to be happy with that. So Jack says was always going to be a difficult market plan. Plan was always to make the funds through sales, then use that to reinvest. Yeah, Jack, we'll just have to see if we do reinvest. That's all. And then let's go on to the last couple comments here. So Rob said, and this is what we said, Josh. Rob says we don't know anything. Leicester are too quiet. Fingers crossed. Anything could be going on behind the scenes. Yeah. They could have a player lined up which we haven't even seen linked, right? And it would completely change the window. So, and then I'll get your last thoughts on this, Josh. Let me just try and find the comment again. Oh gosh, where is it? I've lost it now. Sorry about this. There we go. So someone said Chelsea had a transfer embargo, so had money to spend, and hence why they have splashed out. We aren't a Chelsea. We have a system in place, and we can't compete with the likes of Chelsea. It's like what we just spoke about, Josh. Do you think Leicester City are capable in the next few years of competing with the top 4?
I think that's what we have to aim for, definitely. I think not saying we're on the level of Chelsea is just a lack of ambition. I think we need to be aiming to go into that top 6 and break into the mold. Obviously, right now, I think it's slow building steps up to that. I think the Europa League came at the right time. Next season, hopefully push on. So, yeah, definitely, I think we have to push on in the next couple of years. Obviously, right now, we haven't got the squads. We have got the facilities coming through that. So, yeah, I think the next couple of years we can get to that, and that should be the aim, to break into that top 6 type of mold consistently.
Yeah, and I did say that was going to be the last comment, but I've seen one more here, which is an interesting one. Hitesh says, guys, will Brendan Rodgers be at the club at the end of the season? Josh, go on. What do you think?
I think that's the main question.
It's a big question. It's a big question.
I don't know. I would say yes. I'm going to be positive tonight. I'm going to say yes.
I mean, we were saying that it's going to be vital that we have a good start. Yeah. If we have a poor start, then he might be in trouble. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think the start's going to be important, in my opinion. I think if we start well, I think we could have another good season. Start bad, confidence from last season. Yeah, I think it's just not going to go well, is it?
Yeah. Well, Gray says no. Daz says yes. Ben says yes. So yeah, I mean that's and finally Baz says Rodgers will be gone. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. That's an interesting one. You've stirred up the chat there in the conversation. Who was it? Was it? Oh, I can't find who it was now. I can't find it. Hassan, I think. But yeah. What else? There's nothing really to talk about now until, next Thursday, Josh, hopefully we've got a signing or 2 or hopefully 3, but I doubt it. Fingers crossed. Hopefully not another sale to talk about. But as always, Josh, thanks for joining tonight. Obviously, you'll be back again at 7:30 next Thursday. And as always, where can people watch your videos?
There it is. Sports. There's going to be a few videos coming in the week. I'm going to do a few more transfer videos on individual players, going into depth on each one. So we appreciate it if you can go and subscribe to that.
Go and like and subscribe, as the YouTubers say these days, and check out Sports. So thanks for joining us again, Josh. Cheers. So guys, we are coming to the end now. Let's have a look at a few of the comments. Reese says, I cannot believe no one has bought Delafeu or Sarr. Unbelievable. Jeff, good players. Have been relegated, but good players still. Baz says Rodgers will be gone. Joseph says you have to spend to get the money. You have to spend to get the money back through cups and Europa League as well, which is 100% true. If we don't strengthen the squad, Joseph, then we are not going to make European football, and we will lose a lot of money. So I agree with you there. Joshua says if we start how we did at the end of last season, then no. Yeah, so I agree. I think if we carry on last season's form into this season, Rodgers is going to be in trouble. I genuinely believe that, and I think we could be looking for another manager some way through the season. But come on, guys, let's be optimistic. Let's cross our fingers and hope that we have a great start with signings or not. And as Imran says, keep it up, lads. Foxes never quit. So, guys, as always, check out our socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter. I've said that one, at Leicester Fan TV. I'm not wearing it today, so I can't show you, but it's not here, no. But go to www.leicesterfantv.com to win a brand new home shirt and potentially a maroon away shirt. I'm not too sure. That will have to be confirmed, but definitely for the new home shirt, go to our website, www.leicesterfantv.com, to sign up to win a brand new shirt. And once again, always thanks to our sponsors who help us bring you the free shows every week, 3 times a week, in fact. ADT, Eat Me, Everard's, Leicester Garage Conversions, Piglet's Pantry, the Fox's Arms in Alcludia, Pink and Memphis, the Chosen Charity, and also Hologram. So, guys, obviously, once again, thanks all for joining. Matty says don't go. Sorry, Matty. We've got to go. We've been on for 42 minutes already. 42 minutes. So hopefully next week you can join us and we'll have a signing to talk about. But as always, thanks all for watching. I've been Lox, and have a lovely evening. We'll see you next Thursday. Cheers all.